Hello, once again, Star Wars and Unboxing fans. Welcome to another episode of Darth Tuba's Star Wars Unboxing Show. I'm your host, Darth Tuba, with another Entertainment Earth box. It's always weird when they send me these 10 by 8 by 8s because I'm confused as to what is it just... Sometimes, there's a different shaped thing that I'm not used to. Other times, this could be just a box that they grabbed at that moment and just decided to use. I'm not sure. So we're going to get to it in a minute. Before we do, just wanted to let you know that you can expect some shorter episodes for a little bit of time, just because I'm kind of all caught up with my unboxings. So things have been trickling in one thing at a time. I have pulled back, as I've mentioned on earlier episodes. I've pulled back on some of my orders and canceled a few things, and we're just kind of waiting and seeing what's coming next. I am anxiously awaiting for that Jabba's throne room. I don't know why that's taking so long. I'm hoping that there won't be a problem with that. That one I'm really excited for. I've got a space all picked out for it and everything. And I did my diorama, which is kind of above my head over here. And that was great. I have some plans to do some other ones, but I have to take into consideration, again, space. So I'm looking around. I'm looking at the shelving behind me, and I feel like there's a potential to do some stuff here, but I'm not 100% sure yet. So I'm just playing around with a few ideas. Plus, there's some shelving over here, too. And, of course, other plans in the works is that there is an upcoming trip to Galaxy's Edge. Now, those of you who know me, those of you who watch, know exactly when I'm talking about. This trip is not a family vacation, not by any means. This is my day job. This is a trip that I'm taking the marching band and our orchestra to Walt Disney World, and that's what I do as a orchestra and teacher and marching band director. So our first day of travel is in fact the day we go to Hollywood Studios and therefore Galaxy's Edge. So I will be in there, but I do not know, since I'm going to be up super early that day, I do not know if I'll get much video stuff in there. If I pick anything up, I will certainly do a post unboxing afterwards. If I can get a little walk around video of Batu that day, I will try. So just wanted to give you that heads up. That's what's the kind of things that you can expect over the next month or two. And then obviously I'm excited for Celebration. I will not be attending, but I do have a great friend and hopefully soon collaborator on a project, and that's Sacred Something by Kara, who's a great zine article, zine maker, and she does some amazing stuff, and she's really great at spreading Star Wars fandom, and she will be coming out. She'll be going to Celebration London, and I'm hoping to, connect with her after that, maybe to just, kind of get a whole idea about how it went and everything else. Of course, I'll be like anybody else watching all of the footage that they'll be filming, I'm sure, on StarWars.com, and I'm hoping that we get to see some of our favorites like Anthony Carboni and Andy Gutierrez and everybody else at that team, and I'm sure they'll be making some cool announcements. So I'm really getting excited for the next few months. Also, not Star Wars related, but I always see it as Star Wars adjacent, and that is the new Indiana Jones film, and with that come Indiana Jones toys. So while I don't fully collect all those, I do get excited about the concept of Indiana Jones, another film. And I think that comes down to just the idea that there has been a lot of saturation of Star Wars in more recent years, and with Lucasfilm and Disney, actually Disney, Bob Iger, announcing that they're gonna pull things back a little bit when it comes to streaming and try to get the budget under control. I imagine that could mean, aside from the already announced and in the works productions of things like Andor and Ahsoka, Mandalorian, I have a feeling that and I guess the Skeletal Crew is coming out, and I have a feeling that they're going to pull back a little bit on new ideas and maybe see about developing some things back into films to be released in the theater, which I am very excited about. I would very much like to see a return to the theater with every 2 or 3 years kind of film releases, where they can have big releases and big advertisements and, you know, toy promotions. Maybe, who knows? Maybe they'll happen again. I don't know. One could dream. Anyway, so those are my announcements. Okay, just giving you kind of a little heads up of what's going on, where we're coming, where we're going, where we're coming from, where we're going to. As I said, I have a lot of things that are pre-ordered, but they are, you know, they could be months away, and if not years away. I understand, you know, the last round of announcements Hasbro made, they also mentioned that there really wasn't pre-orders. So I don't know if that's something that's going to happen later, or if it's going to be something where they're going to just put up, not instead of pre-orders, they're going to just put up ordering it online. I don't know. And, you know, and I have been picking and choosing. I have not picked up, I have no desire to pick up everything. You know, I'm spacing out my collection. I'm thinning it out a little bit. So the amount that I'm bringing in is definitely going to come down. So these actual unboxings are going to be a little more scarce. Okay. I'm sorry if that upsets people. You know, I never did this channel to make it into some mega media empire. I simply like to share my love of Star Wars. Right now, my love of Star Wars is not about collecting every single thing that comes out there. That being said, you know, when I see new things, when I see some new items, well, you know, pick certain things up and share them. So, like what's in this box. So let's see what we got. So it's, again, oddly shaped. So I'm hoping that this means that there's more than one item. You know, Entertainment Earth boxes, I never unbox in advance. Amazon, I have to, because, you know, we order mouthwash from Amazon. We order all sorts of things. So, you know, I don't want to unbox my, you know, groceries on the channel. So, and in this box, ooh, I know what this is. This is a set of retro figures. Make sure that I got nothing else in there. Okay. So in that box was another box. So now we will take this box and we will open it up. Ooh. Okay, gotta be very gentle. All right. Well, it's a little bit less of an issue simply because. Okay. And we have our distressed Star Wars figures. You can see them here. Fun. Okay. Let's see, which one we're going to come out for. Let's start with this one. Return of the Jedi. Okay, sadly, I'm a little disappointed already out of the box. These figures seem to be a little bent, although they don't seem to be creased in any way, so that is good. So, but you can see the ones on the, you know what it is? There's no padding in this, so this is what they're going to do. However, if I really want to put this in, if I put this in some kind of a straight case, it'll be fine. Or even just hanging it. If I hang it, I just hang it off of a hanger like this. The weight of the bottom usually flattens it out. And again, there's no creasing or anything. This is, of course, the Return of the Jedi 40th. Yes, is it 40th or 45th? No, 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi. So this is our biker scout. And I will tell you, I absolutely love that they do this. I am a big fan of the retro collection. Okay, I'm right at the target age. Well, now I will say I hope they don't do all of them again. I feel like just a sampling of them, even if it's. I mean, look, they had 6 from Star Wars, 6 from Empire, 6 from Jedi. They're releasing 6 more from Star Wars. I just found that out today. I mean, I'm late to the party on that one. That they're releasing 6, the first 12. You know, they had that box, that 6-pack. That I did not buy the 6-pack of figures because that was available in Shop Disney and Disney Parks because I already have them. You know, I already have them loose from the old days, and I already have even some of them vintage carded, and I already have the set that I purchased individually. So now they're coming up with the other set. I might get that other set because that's the only way they're going to release them. But other than that, so what's that? About 24 figures total. Plus all the random, you know, the newly done Mandalorian retro style, Boba Fett retro style, Obi-Wan retro style, and I guess Andor's coming. So there is the Biker Scout. My favorite things about the Biker Scout is his blaster. I love that blaster. Of course, that's the first thing that's the only figure in the entire line to have that blaster, which meant, you know, how would we have known as kids that, losing the blaster would have made a bigger deal than losing, Luke's blaster or Han's blaster, because they made a bunch of them like that for all the figures. But that is our Biker Scout. Okay, next up. Now this is fun. I should get out the... Wait a minute. In fact, let's have a little fun. Do I have it here? No, I don't. Oh, I think I put it in the other room. Okay, I didn't get this. I just bought this one from the Morphe auctions, the original. So I don't have it up above me, so we'll have to... I'm sorry we can't compare, but I love it. Same exact figure. So cool. Retro style. I love that they did the helmet up top here in the separate bubble. And that great weapon that it has. Really cool. All right. It's funny that happened right just 2 episodes ago, right? Luke Skywalker, Jedi Knight. Comes with his little cape. Got his green lightsaber. That was such a cool thing. That was such a cool moment. And sadly, as I've said on previous episodes, that was such a cool moment, and that was sadly spoiled by the Return of the Jedi storybook. Yes, you heard me. The Return of the Jedi storybook had Luke igniting his green lightsaber in the book. So that was one of the only things I purchased pre-watching the movie. So that's a thing to be not to be spoiled like that. But I saw it and I was like, oh, that's so cool. And then it lessened the cool factor when I saw another thing. But the figure, so cool. I remember I got the figure the first time, and the first time it was all scratched up, and I don't know, the paint had been like almost tacky. So I actually ended up buying another figure, which was better. So now I'm happy with my Luke with his cape. It is a cape, right? It's not really a cloak. Of course, there we have our Emperor, and yeah, here's one we can compare. All right, let's do a comparison and contrast here. Now, of course, the backs are nothing to write home about. Here's our new retro style, and here is our original vintage. Ooh, knocked my guy over. Sorry. So cool. I'm looking at him. I'm gonna kind of look myself here. I'm sure that some figure, obviously the grain, this one is kind of grayed out a little bit, but the cool factor on this too is it's just such a cool thing. And of course it has the 45th anniversary, the weathered card, so it's not the same. So I don't believe it's devaluing this in any way. All right, 2 more. Han Solo and his awesome coat. His awesome... Do you know what that coat was? It was a medical lab coat. Yeah, fun fact. Medical lab coat that they dyed and painted the camouflage on. That was Han Solo's coat. It's amazing how real world it is. I'm sorry that it's so much covering his outfit, but it's okay. And last but not least. Oh, do we have another one of those? No, we don't. All right, but again, having the Lando Calrissian. I love when his first appearance, it was like, when he pulled it down, just in case anyone didn't know, it's me, Billy D. Anyway, so he's got his fun, again, separate bubble for the helmet. These are great. So cool. I'm so glad that Hasbro's doing these. It is just so awesome. So thank you guys for watching and for hearing my announcements and whatnot. There will be more visits. There will be more Star Wars goodness in the future. Sundays and Wednesdays are when I usually drop. Until next time, folks. Okay, check me out on Instagram and Twitter. Do all the things you're supposed to do. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, may the Force and the toys be with you.